I think we all know why we are here. On January the 1st of this year, our year was begun by watching the merciless killing of our brother, son, and father, Oscar Grant III, shot down mercilessly by BART officer Johannes Mehserle. We stand here today as watchmen, concerned over whether or not the county of Alameda is willing to represent the people versus Johannes Mehserle in a way that would satisfy the demand for justice being made by the people. There's a biblical scripture that says that justice stands afar off and equity cannot enter because truth has fallen in the street. For 5 months now, we've heard from BART. We have watched BART make many public relations efforts to satisfy the demand for justice made by the public. For 5 months, BART has said in the public arena that its officers never confiscated any video footage from passengers aboard the BART. Lo and behold, this morning, we turn on the television news and are told that the defense is building a case based on a confiscated video taken by a young brother who would later reveal to the press that he wished that he had been able to deliver that video to the family himself because he saw what we saw, and that was a merciless murder of Oscar Grant III by Johannes Mehserle. Right. Yeah. Right. And so we've come as watchmen. I don't know how many of us will be able to make it into the court today, but I do know that over the next few days, during this preliminary hearing, in which the defense is going to present some of its case, its desire to drive down the charges, its desires to drive down the bail. Our desire is to increase the charges and increase the bail, and if the attorney for the county of Alameda does not perform his duty capably, then we stand ready to say to Attorney Orloff, resign, retire, or be confronted with what I have in my folder, an official filing for the recall of city or county attorney Tom Orloff. And so we want to say to you, continue to demand justice, knowing that peace is not the absence of violence, but peace comes by way of the presence of justice. We want us now all to be justice keepers. We want us all now to be peace watchers. Be very clear that there are those that would like to take advantage of our demand for justice to try to drive this trial out of Alameda County.
That's right.
We do not want this trial out of our hands.
That's right.
We do not want to see another Rodney King moment with a Simi Valley-like jury that is the community where law enforcement officers live, because you and I all know that law enforcement officers in the East Bay do not live in Oakland, California.
For the most part.
We don't want to see another Rodney King moment where a jury that is supposed to be blinded to color, blinded to class, blinded to race, becomes very visible in its idea that Oscar Grant and his friends, because they are urban young males, must be criminal and must be treated as though somehow they were dangers to the police on that platform. Last time I checked, there were 9 officers on the platform, all of them armed. Last time I checked, Oscar Grant and his friends were few, none of them armed. They posed no threat to Bart. They posed no threat to the law. They were inflicted by a lynch mob mentality on the Fruitvale BART station platform that saw young urban male as natural criminals and threats to society. We are here to say, and say it with me, never again. 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 Because I am Oscar Grant. 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 When the proceedings are done, we shall reemerge from those proceedings with a statement of what we were able to observe to determine whether or not justice will be served in the murder of our brother, our father, our son, an innocent victim of law enforcement lynch mob, Oscar Grant III. God bless you all. Yes, yes. Assalamu alaikum. All right, brother.